Hey, I just wanted to make a part two video for my trip to the haunted forest in Romania because I forgot to say like two things in the other video that are important. So the first thing is that there were more similarities that we noticed from the TV show about the girls' trip to the haunted forest that I neglected to say. So not only did they also hear footsteps behind them like we did, but also they went back to their hotel and went to sleep and woke up in the middle of their sleep. And I don't know what the girl said. She heard someone growl at her, or she was scared or something. But the point was that the activity continued after they left the forest and went back to the hotel. And that happened to us, and it was kind of scary for us to hear that on TV because when it's just you think, oh, well, maybe we're just crazy or we were just imagining it or it was a coincidence. But for other people that we don't know at all to have the exact same thing happen to them makes us think that that is probably real, that if you go to the haunted forest, certain things will happen to you, which means there probably is an entity or a power out there that we don't know what it is, but whatever it is, we felt its presence. It made its presence known, and it came back with us later and continued to mess with us. So that's interesting. Another thing is that we did go back to the haunted forest again the next morning before we left town. Um, I made contact with the person that I know that lives in that city, and he told me a different way to get in to the forest that we had no idea was even an option. See, we had taken like a freeway and got off the exit and went through the industrial complex and the back way, but there's a different way that takes you up this really, really, really tall hill, and you can see the whole entire city in front of you. It's really cool. There's a big open field, and then behind the open field is all the trees, and they start, so it looked totally different than where we had went the night before, and it looked really cool. So we went in there in the daytime and we walked around a lot and we took a lot of pictures and we walked on the trail. There's trails all over it, I suppose, but we didn't have a lot of time and I didn't want to walk very far into it because we had to go and I didn't know how long it would take. But we never found the bald spot. And also I heard that there could be gypsies in the forest cutting down trees illegally, and we didn't want to get attacked with a chainsaw by a gypsy. So we just went there and hung out, took some pictures, explored it, looked around, and then got going. It's really pretty in there in the daytime. I have a lot of pictures, and the vibe is still weird. It's definitely got a weird vibe. I don't know if the weird vibe exists just because you feel like you're not supposed to be there, but it's got a creepy vibe to it. Also, we had weird stuff happen to us, so maybe that's why we were scared to be there. And lastly, here's my rock that Randy got me for my birthday. I wish this thing would not suck. It was just like a raw stone, but his friend polished it for me. So someday maybe I can get it put in like a necklace or something and have a piece of the haunted Romanian forest on me at all times. Toodles.